Sometimes the most powerful maps don't lead us anywhere new. They help us understand where we already are. Today's prompt is map, and I'm thinking about all the different ways we chart our lives. Through memories, through meaning, through cute little fold-out pages. Not all who wander are lost. Some are just gathering collage material. Hi, I'm Garjana. Welcome to day 13 of the July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. Each weekday I create one small page in this accordion-style journal inspired by prompts from Leigh at Leigh Creates. I'm still filming from my mother's flat here in Germany, using only the craft supplies I packed from New Zealand and a few bits I've scavenged from drawers and cupboards here. The limits are real, but honestly, I like it. It makes it extra challenging, but also a lot of fun. Today is a double page because yesterday I punched a large circle through the right side, so I need to work around that and maybe even with it. I would like to build a hidden writing space that folds down and decided to use part of a German map legend as the front panel, and some coffee-dyed paper and a piece of cardstock to create the base. Okay, let's start. My journal pages are 3.5 by 3.5 inches, so the cardstock is a little bit smaller, like 3.25 inch by 6.5, and the coffee paper is again a little bit smaller, just 6 by 6 inch. I will write all of the measurements down in the comment, but you can see each time I leave a little bit of a border between the different layers. Later you will see a little bit clearer what I mean. But let's start by folding the first layer, the coffee dyed paper. It's 6 by 6 inch, and we start by folding it in half. It's important that you try to be precise, that it is really a square, and then fold it in half, open it up, folding it in half again, so that you have 4 little squares there. And then you fold it corner to corner, and again corner to corner. Make sure that the creases are very crisp and sharp, and that the edges really match each other. You can use your fingernails or your bone folder. So I'm really making sure. So when it is folded in half, you are folding in the triangle first from the right side. Again, make sure that it is fitting, then turn it around and push in the triangle from the other side. I'm using my bone folder again to crease it down. And now I'm using this lower corner and folding the triangle just towards the middle line. And I do this on the other side as well. Again, crease it down carefully and then turning it around the other side, folding the triangle up exactly to the middle crease, and then this one as well. All 4 little triangles folded up. Looks like a little bit like a little housey. Okay, and then you can see here, when we open it up, like before, we take this triangle and push it in. Can you see it folds in on itself, and we fold it over. Same on the left hand side. Open it up, pushing the triangle in, folding it in on itself. Now on the other side, opening it up, folding the triangle in. Same on the last bit, opening it up, folding the triangle in. Okay, and now making sure again that all the folds are really crisp. Yeah, done. Here we can open it, folding it up. Now we come to the second part of it. Our piece of cardboard is a little bit larger. It's 3¼ by 6½ inch, and we are folding it exactly in half. And in a second you can see what I mean, because this one here fits exactly in there and has a tiny little bit of a border around it. And if we now take it and put it to the page is 3½ by 3½. Again, there's a tiny little border around it. So you can do this in any measurements. The only important bit is that the piece that you are folding is an exact square. That's really important. Okay, with this fold out, I really would like to fold it to the bottom, but first we have to finish it. Okay, I think I would like to use a mixture out of glue. I use a little bit of the Yoo-hoo glue here and maybe a little bit of my glue stick. I said before I didn't bring my art glitter glue, which I normally would use and really miss. I didn't think I would miss it so much, but yeah, I can see I really miss my art glitter glue for my videos. Here you can see I am gluing it in, and what is very important is that the peak of the little house shape like thing that I'm with my bone folder pressing down, that this is exactly meeting the fold of the cardstock. When I close it down again, you will see it. Here I'm closing it down. And on the left side, the corner there is exactly meeting the fold of the green cardstock below. Now I'm putting some glue on the top of the coffee dyed paper, and then I can just close the cardstock. And here we have the fold out hidden writing space. Again, using my bone folder to press it down nicely. That was an old cardstock, but I will glue it down anyway, or I put down the map. So here again, the map will be a little bit smaller than the cardstock, around 3 by 3 inch, and I'm using my little pencil here just to mark where I need to tear it. So I can just use the ruler I found here at my mom's place, tearing off this little border here, and then doing the same on the other side here, so that I have the perfect little square that I can then glue on top here of my little fold out. But as always, you know me, I go around this with my Distress Oxide ink so that it is really matching the vibe of the rest of the junk journal, that it has this vintage look, that the borders get a little bit darkened, and here it is opening up. I would like to ink that as well, just around, not the folds, not the creases. Sometimes I do even that beforehand, but today just on the outside, on both sides, to make it stand out a little bit more. Okay. I like that. Just need to make sure that I then have this on the right side. Yes, I forgot the outside. Good. Okay, so folding it back down again. And because I would like to have it a fold down, I need to make sure that I'm gluing it correctly. Yeah, like this, so that it can No, I don't want to fold it up. I want to fold it down. So the map needs to go on top there. What I also would like to have, but before that, let's check the other side, because there is the peek through and you will see the map on the side. So, but what I also would like to do, this whale tail top there, I brought it again from New Zealand, and it is from a New Zealand map. And I really, really like the combination of the two of them. Two places, two lives meeting on the edge of a journal page. It feels like a quiet bridge between these two lives. And that's something I think about often. How crafting lets us connect dots we didn't even know were related. A tap from one country, a legend from another, memories that float between them. It's not about creating a perfect story, it's about letting the different pieces sit beside each other. That's how meaning forms. And as I glue down these pieces, I'm thinking about how much of our inner life is made up of maps we didn't choose. Family stories, cultural messages, personal detours. We grow up tracing routes someone else charted for us. And sometimes we only realize it when we stop and ask, is this path even mine? Therapy can be like opening up a folded map and suddenly seeing that some of the roads don't lead anywhere you want to go, or that there are trails you'd never noticed, off the margins, through the forest, across the unknown. And part of healing is reclaiming the pen, adding new routes, naming new places, even if they are just called, "This is how far I made it today." So, using part of a German map legend as the front panel feels poetic somehow. This legend of signs and symbols becomes the opening to a more personal kind of legend, what I hold inside. And it's not just for looks. I want this space to be used, a place for thoughts that don't need to be seen, but deserve to exist. So, the only thing left to do, or things left to do, is gluing down my hidden fold down writing space onto the left side of this double page, pressing it down and yes, opening it up. Here you can see through the peek through or through the little window we can see the map, and here it is folding down. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. The little butterfly there. So, now we just have to glue down the prompt and the little quote. Okay. Not all who wander are lost. Some are just gathering collage material. I love this little quote. And it's a little bit long, so I have to cut it down to fit it nicely around this punched out circle. And looking at the window, I find it connects yesterday's butterfly and today's map beautifully. And isn't that what journaling is all about? Gathering what we find along the way of our lives, letting it belong, even the bits that didn't make sense at first. And here it is, a final close-up of the finished spread. The German legend cover, the New Zealand whale tab, the punched circle that connects day 12 and day 13. You can still peek through to the butterfly. And now this map joins it. 2 layers of seeing, 2 ways of navigating, and lots of writing space. So Thank you for spending this moment with me. If today's page resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Or share the video with someone who also is collecting scraps and stories. Subscribe if you would like to keep creating alongside me. And I will see you again tomorrow for day 14. Until then, may your path be crooked, tender, and entirely your own.